Hey guys, it's July, which means the theme is farmers markets, and that is where we're heading. I got my bag, I got my kids in the car, and we're headed out to our favorite farmers markets here in Tennessee. The thing I love about farmers markets is they're local, you get to be in community, and your kids get to go around and pick all the favorite things that they would love to eat, which is so exciting because it gets them in a kitchen, gets them eating veggies and great things. So guys, come along and let's go hit those farmers markets. We are back from the farmer's market, and as you saw, we cleaned all of our veggies. That's probably the one important thing to do because they're dirty. If you don't get organic, they are sprayed, so this will get rid of pesticides. And what we use is Thieves Cleaning. So it's a multi-purpose cleaner that can clean all of the things in your house. It cleans jewelry, vegetables. It's the most amazing cleaner. So if you want more information, I do have a blog on that on my website. But also, if you decide to do baking soda, the one thing to pay attention to is that there is aluminum in some baking sodas. So if you get the aluminum-free one, go for that. So use whatever you need to use and whatever is easiest for you guys. But today, I have my kiddos with me. We, as you saw, they picked out their favorite veggies at the market. So what's important to me is to do a lot of stuff that I can involve my kids with, which means that they get to pick out their favorite stuff, and then that way they'll actually eat it. So my tip would be to have your kids pick out stuff and involve them in the kitchen. So that's what we're gonna do today. You guys ready? Mm-hmm. So what we're gonna start with is all the veggies. So they each picked carrots, we got peppers, we got more carrots. So some places you'll find, some markets will sell them with the carrot tops on, which we are gonna use in another recipe, or they'll sell them without. So whatever you have going on, use what you can find. And we got some celery here with tops. So what's most important to me is not only to find the vegetables, but then how can we use those things to make more food, to have veggie scraps to make stuff on or onward for like fall time. So what we're gonna start with, he's already going with it. We're gonna cut off all of our bubs. We're gonna cut off the tops.
This could be a small carrot.
We're gonna cut off tops and the bottoms. One thing with carrots, I do not peel the outside. I make sure that they're clean because there's so many nutrients in the peel. You don't want to lose that. So what's cool is that you get to have your kids in the kitchen and learn knife skills. That's super important as they go along to be able to cook for themselves. There, bubs. I'm gonna show real quick. So when we cut off the top, then we're gonna cut it in half so that you can cut it into strips. There you go. Sometimes the carrots can be really hard, and especially with them being kind of roly-polies, you can cut them in half for your kids and it makes it easier. So go ahead and cut it into, you can either cut it in strips this way or that way, whatever's easier for you. So once we get all of our veggies done, this is gonna be our veggie tray for the week. This will be where they can go into the fridge if they're hungry, they get their veggies, and then we're gonna make a homemade ranch dip with it, because who doesn't like ranch with their veggies? I mean, come on, everybody's a little kid that's inside somewhere. Here, cut down more, a little bit down there. And this allows them, they can cut it into whatever shape they want. Whatever they're gonna wanna eat, that's what you do. And it's cool because then it involves them. Because when things look beautiful, when they're cut by them and they get to pick the foods, they get to be involved in the kitchen, they're gonna be more likely to eat them. And that's the most important thing. You wanna give them access to things that they wouldn't necessarily eat on their own if they just saw it in the kitchen. You're fine, babe. We'll just throw that. Another thing I wanted to talk about here. So we are gonna save these carrot tops and we're gonna make a pesto in another video, because with different foods, you can take scraps and make something else out of them. Not always, but it's good to learn how you cannot waste. And then you're making and stretching more food out of what you already bought. now we are gonna cut the peppers. So we are gonna get a container that you can keep this in the fridge. What I like to do, let's put them all in here, guys. I like to line them up so that they look like a vegetable rainbow. And it just adds the beauty. Because I truly believe if it's beautiful, just like adults, if something looks beautiful, you're gonna eat it. Same with kids. Kids have eyes too. So let's give them visuals that they're gonna enjoy. Let's get these little bits in there, bubs. Oh, that's a carrot top. All right, let's get those out of the way.
Okay.
Oh, that was good. All right. Now, so get those out of the way. So I'm going to show you a trick for peppers. See these little lines? Not all of them have them, but some of them are different. We're going to cut down each of those lines so that it's easy to peel. And that way it makes it easy for kids too. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Take where you first see that first line. You're going to cut all the way just down. I'll kind of start it. Sometimes parents, you got to help your kids. You still want them to do it because if you're not going to show them, they're never going to learn on their own. So just make a first slit. So go ahead. You're not going to want, yep, and then we're going to pull them apart. You want to take all those seeds out. You ready? You can get rid of all the seeds. So you're going to hold it up.
Hold it up.
Because you're going to kind of rock it around. Now we're going to cut slices. You can cut them as thin or as chunky as you want to be able to grab that ranch. That's the beauty of farmers markets, is that you're getting stuff that is just different every week. You're getting what's local, and it just makes it fun.
These are really good too.
They are really good.
Especially in the ranch.
Yeah.
Check.
They're sweet, huh? Yeah. So
I'll cut
good.
this one.
Good job. And the cool thing is that kids get to see how long things take. So they get to appreciate, okay, that took a good amount of time to cut vegetables. I'm really gonna appreciate time in the kitchen. And it's just gonna give them more basis on how long things take or how much it was worth it that they got to do all that work, and then they get to enjoy the fruits of their labor or the vegetables of their labor. All right, good job, guys. Or here, we'll put them in the container. Oh yeah. Oh, cool, one more piece. Well, let's just see. I just like to turn them over because they look so pretty. Last veggie we are cutting is celery, and with the tops of celery, it depends on if you want to eat it or not. You can do both if you're going to do a soup. What I like to do with summertime is we are going to save the tops and we're going to put them in a bag for fall time to make either chicken bone broth, beef bone broth, or just have it for soups. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna put them all in a bag, and this is your veggie scrap bag. So you can put onion peels, garlic peels, pieces of herbs, anything that are scraps you're gonna put in there, and then we're gonna keep them in the freezer so that when it's time to make bone broth, you just pull this out, throw it in the water, and it's already ready for you, and you're not wasting anything. The thing I love about farmers markets is that you can think of think ahead for the coming fall time to be able to have stuff already prepared and have the freshness of summer, which is so cool. Those flavors are just bar none. So we're gonna put this off to the side, and we're gonna get to our ranch dressing, or dip, whatever you want to call it. We're gonna start with chopping all the herbs up. We have, which one do you guys want to chop? We have parsley, chives, or dill? Chives, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you need a tablespoon of each. So we're just gonna see, which one do you want, Ben? Want chives? We might have enough there. Pick another one. We'll just see how much we have and we can cut more. Parsley? Okay. If you have any tough bits here, we're gonna take those off. I just took a handful of it. So what we're gonna do with these, you can just gather them up. Since we're gonna chop them first, gather them all up. And we're gonna take our knife, and as you move, you're gonna move back. So you're gonna cut and then move your fingers at the same time out of the way, okay? You got it? Got that pile. Now we are gonna transition and make the ranch dip. All right, I'll let you guys know when we bring those over. What we're gonna start with is yogurt. You can use Greek yogurt. We're gonna use a cup of this. And if you guys don't have a food processor, a blender will work just fine. And if you don't have any of those, all you have to do is chop up your veggies real good, or your herbs, and then just mix it all together. You don't necessarily need this. I just like how it really gets it all mixed up. So then we're gonna add 1/4 cup of milk. And we have a tablespoon of white vinegar. Adds a nice tang. And we have spices here. We have a teaspoon of onion powder, about a 3/4 teaspoon of garlic, about an 1/8 teaspoon of pepper, and an 1/8, a little bit, about 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. I like using Redmond salt, that's my favorite because it's full of minerals. And it seems like a lot of spices for such a little bit, but that's what all that flavor for ranch comes in. And then we're gonna add our herbs. Now we're gonna mix it up. That's great.
Yeah.
Turn it off. What I like to do is mix it just one time. Ooh, that needs to be oiled. And this puppy is stuck. That way you make sure all of your veggies are getting in there. It kind of shoots up. Yep.
Let's go this way.
Push it in. Yep, there we go. Yep. You guys ready to eat? All right, me too. Ooh. All right, grab a veggie. So what I like to do is you can keep this in the fridge for about a week, and you can use it on anything. The kids can get in here and eat. You can use this on salads. You can use it on anything that you love ranch. Is it good, guys? All right, see? And it's so good for them. There's no mayonnaise. There's nothing that's a lot of oils that are inflammatory. It's straight up just good ingredients that you won't even care that your kids eat as much as they can. So is this a thumbs up, guys? All right, hey, good job.
Thumbs up.
Good job.
It's more than one thumbs up.
All right, guys, that's it. So next video, we are gonna do a pesto from those carrot tops that we cut up today. And I am so excited because you're gonna enjoy it. If you have any questions with anything we did today, go ahead and comment and check out chailycouch.com and let me know if you have anything that you need. Bye. See you guys next time.